Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Many people have asked me to show more of the AeroGarden unit. So today I have a good opportunity to show you guys about the stuff that I'm doing with the AeroGarden. So what I have here is the AeroGarden Bounty. It's not a very big unit, and it's mainly used for growing herb and maybe a few lettuce. It's not big enough to grow some of the larger plants because once they get too big, they'll just fight for space, and there's just not enough space to grow a lot of things, especially peppers. But I've had many success growing peppers in this unit by pruning them and keeping them small. So today I'm going to show you how to prune peppers so that they can remain smaller and can be grown under the AeroGarden unit without exploding and growing outside and everything like that. So here I have a plant that I've already done, and basically what I did here was I pruned the plant when it's really small. So right now the plant is about, let me measure it for you. It's about under 5 inches tall, but look how wide that is. It's about 9 inches across, so it's wider than it is tall. And the reason I was able to do that is I pruned the plants very early. So today I'm going to show you how to do that. That way you can grow these plants indoor and it won't take over, and then it'll also be a very fun experiment to do. As you can see here, there's a ton of different side shoots sprouting out everywhere on the side there. And I actually didn't top this plant. I did a different trick that I actually learned recently from one of the Pepper Lovers member. I think his name is Andrew, and he suggested that I do the FIM method, so FIM. And basically, instead of topping the plant, you cut the very tip of the plant, and that would also force the plants to, it's almost like topping but really not topping, so it's less of a drawback for the plants and less recovery time. So here is the result, and I have a plant that is ready, so I'm going to show you how to do that with the new plant. Okay, the FIMing method is pretty simple. What you're going to do is you're going to locate the growing tip. So there it is right there. We're not going to cut anything of the whole trunk. We're just going to trim the tip of the plant, just like this here. So the growing tip is right there. We're just going to trim it. So it's basically just leaves that are being trimmed. So the whole branch is still there. You see that? So what that's going to do now is the plants would think that there's damage at the tip, like sometimes animal would eat the pepper plants or any other type of plant, so then it will start to focus the energy back to this area right here, and it's gonna grow those side shoots there. So then eventually, once that area here begin to grow, it will need lights to get through in order to grow nice and strong. So then you have to clear these leaves here like that, so that area can get some good lighting to go through. And when you do this, it'll set the plant back a bit. I'm go ahead and take this one off as well. So there it is. And then you see how we clear this entire area right here. So all the branches here are going to able to get really good light to go through. And then it's going to grow really nice and short. And also it's going to branch out a bunch. And then you will also need to lower your light, because the AeroGarden unit light is not very strong. So even if the leaves are touching the lights here, it will not burn it. So keep it as low as you can. So as low as it will go. You can even put it to around right here, and that still be fine. But this is the lowest it will go. Anyway, we will be back soon, and I will show you what the plant look like once they once it makes some recovery. Alright guys, here is 5 days later after we did the FIM method. We just trimmed a little of the leaves of the growing tip, and then you see here I cut some of these leaves off there, and now these shoots are starting to come out, and then the bottom there is starting to come up as well. So at this point you can actually get rid of these big leaves here if they're in the way. If they're not in the way, you can just leave them, but if they're yellowing like this here, you can just pick them off. Those are not needed anymore. And usually the big leaves, if they're higher up, they'll block the lights from getting through to these lower shoots here. So grown indoor, lighting is very important. So if light can't penetrate through down here, those shoots will not grow very well. So it's a good idea to clean some of the leaves off so that lights can get through. So that's the 5 days update for that plant. Let me show you the other one that we looked at earlier. There it is here. And as you can see, this plant is what I showed. It's the same thing. We didn't top it. We just did the FIM method, FIM. And then I clear some of the leaves out and allow some of these shoots to get through, and so they're getting more lights there. And just continue to keep doing that. You see this leaves here, it's covering that part there, so you can actually do this. Just pluck that off. You see that? Now lights can get down there. And you don't do this outside because the sun is very powerful and it can get through. And also when you grow it outside, you have a lot of space, so you can allow it to get as tall as it wants to. But indoor, because these lights can't get through to the center, so you see all those little tiny shoots there, they will not grow if they don't get any light. So that's the whole point of doing that. Okay guys, it has been exactly 10 days now, and the plant is making really good progress. And as you can see, there are more shoots coming out to the side, and the leaves are getting larger now. So we're gonna have to do more trimming today so that the larger leaves can allow lights to get through here. So we need to cut those off. So we're gonna pull that off, and more. This large one as well. You see how lights can get through now? And this is going to delay the fruiting process, but that's fine because I don't want it to fruit yet. Okay, I have completed cleaning off the shoots or the leaves to allow lights to get through to here. And so that is the state of the plant. And here are all the leaves I have taken off just now. So pretty much half of the plant. So we will be back soon once the plant make progress, and I will show you what it looks like. Alright guys, it has been 12 days, and the reason I'm doing such a quick update is because one of our air garden unit is having problem. So before I switch the plant outside because it's an emergency, I thought I'll show it to you first. But 2 days after I trimmed all of the leaves from here, not all but a lot of it, it actually made really good progress. I mean, amazing in just 2 days. So it's a total of 12 days so far. And let's go look at the other plant before we take that one outside. Okay, here's this beautiful plant here, and as you can see, the light unit is not working. I've done everything and I just couldn't get it to come on. It's not the vent, it's not the light hood here, it's actually the unit itself, because I took this light here and I put it onto the other unit and it worked. But here it is. This is what our plant is gonna look like very soon. So this unit is not working, so I have to take this outside before all the leaves start to fall off. But before I do that, I just thought I'll show you what they look like. Alright guys, it has been exactly 2 weeks since we started the project, and I'm gonna end the video right here. It's basically gonna be the same. You're gonna see more growth, and then you can do additional trimming like I showed, and then the plants will be fuller and shorter. But after the 2 weeks, even with all that trimming, the plant is still doing really well and growing much more, putting out more shoots, and the leaves are starting to get bigger now. So those will be blocking lights from those again. So you're gonna continue the process and start all over, and just keep doing that until you achieve your desired results. Anyway, that is it. The AeroGarden grow the plant really well, and to keep the plant smaller and shorter, you just have to do a bunch of trimming, and that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you for watching.